sitting here working on a little fun run for you. And so we're going to learn what I just did. Now, don't run off. You can do it. If you can't do all of it, you can do part of it. And if you can do part of it, you're learning and you're growing. And that's the way to do it. That's the way I always do it. I'll find somebody that's playing so much better than me. And if I can get one thing, watching and listening and learning, I'm happy. So anyways, having my cup of tea here, thinking about this, and playing my Corcoran guitar today. This is made by Kevin Corcoran. He made it while he was living in Gilroy in California. I don't think he's building anymore. I haven't seen his website recently. So I think maybe he's doing something entirely different. But this is a very talented man that built this guitar. Beautiful redwood, has a very special cantilever neck. That's very similar to what you'll see on McPherson guitars. If you know anything about McPherson, it's off of the fingerboard and it just lets that top just resonate. Has beautiful redwood back and sides, ebony fretboard. Just a gorgeous guitar. But you notice it doesn't have fret markers. And so I added those today. I don't normally put tape on my guitar, but I had people say to me that they don't like it when I use a guitar that doesn't have markers when I'm teaching. So I never get to play this one. So I thought, you know what, I'll add my own markers. So you see a little, this is binding tape. It's meant for wood. It won't hurt it. I'll take it off after. I just put it on there for you so that you can have a reference of where I am on the fingerboard. Makes sense to me. So I thought I'd give it a try. So if you're wondering what that is, that's tape on the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th fret. And hey, let's just get started. All right. So as you'll notice on that little riff that I just did, I did a bar chord. It's the only one in the whole riff. But I think it's probably one that's maybe one of the most, well, I say easy. No bar chord is easy at first. As you get used to them and learning how to hold your hand and not to be doing a bar chord with your elbow out here, but pull it in close. You'll notice when you pull your elbow in, what your hand does. And what's really nice about that is because when you want to bar it, you don't want to be on the flat of your finger, and you don't want to be on the actual, you can't do it on the side. It's got to be in between the side and the flat. And so when you pull your hand in, it kind of naturally does that. And when you lay it down, you want to be close, just behind that fret. Not in front of it, not on top of it, but just behind it. And you'll get really good tone that way. And it takes some strength. Now the thumb has to be behind. Now there, and so you're like pinching it. But pull that in, try it like that. Okay? All right. So let's do this bar chord. The bar chord that I'm going to do, it's an A bar chord. Actually, it's an A7th. Okay? And so I'm not, you notice I'm not using the pinky. I'm not doing the full E shape there. I'm just doing like a 7th shape. And what I like about this is when you bar it and you pluck just the bar, I can hammer down. That's what you heard when I first started that. Okay, I'm barring it and I'm hammering it. Now I'm not picking every one of the strings. What's making most of the sound is the hammer of these 2 fingers. They're playing the strings for you. So what I do is I pluck the low E, actually the low E string. In this case, we're playing A, okay? And then I'm using these 2 fingers, my middle and my ring finger, to pluck strings 3 and 4. Okay, so it looks like this. And I said 3 and 4, and I meant to say 2 and 3. Okay, so if something, and you pluck some other ones, it really doesn't matter. You're going to get the sound you want. Okay, the main thing is you want to hammer on you want that sound. So practice that, you know, make your bar. Now you'll notice my thumb is behind. It's not peeking here. You can't do a bar chord with your thumb up here. And again, your wrist kind of naturally comes out a little bit. Bring yourself in. Okay? You can't do a bar chord with your elbow out here. Okay? Bring it in. Okay. So that's how you start that. And then what happens is I pluck with my middle finger on the second string. Okay, I just play it. And then I take my pinky finger and I put it down on the 7th fret. You notice I'm still barred. And then I play the first string. Okay. See that pinky finger? And then see here. So it looks like this. Let me move over here a little bit. Okay. All right. Let me move back here. It's hard for me to play in that position, but hopefully that helped to see that. Okay, now, so once you get that down, and you're going to have to, that right there is probably the hardest thing of the whole song. If you absolutely can't do it, then, you know, bar it. You could get yourself a pick and just do it that way. And I suppose you could do a modified power chord where you're making that shape like an E here. You move it up here to the 6th fret and put your pointer finger on the 5th fret, 6th string. And just play it like that. But it loses a whole lot, okay? It really, I'm just trying to give you something so you can get through it. But it's so much easier if you can get yourself to. Okay, now the next thing you're going to go to is the C9th and the B9th chord. I'm just going to pluck it the same. You're only plucking strings 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're not playing the outer strings, the 2 E's, the high E and the low E. Okay, your just thumb is on the 5th string, and then these fingers just pick strings 2, 3, and 4. And you slide back 1 fret to get the C9th, the B9th. C9th, B9th. Okay, so it's, got that? All right, so you're gonna get the C9th and the B9th in there. I put the charts up there. Take this in pieces. Practice doing the C9th and sliding back to the B9th. Okay? And now you're going to go to the E7th. Okay? And so that one you're going to do a little playing as well around it. So you, again, it's a hammer-on. I'm doing the same strings that I plucked down here. Okay? It's really the same thing, except it's down here. With the pinky finger. Got that? All right. So we'll start it again. So that's what it's going to sound like. I made a little mistake in there, but let me get some tea. Gotta have my tea, and we'll try it again. It's always good to take a swig of your tea when you make a mistake. get your hand a little rest, and then go back to it again, okay? So tea works, coffee works, whatever it is you like to drink. Make sure you have something when you're practicing so you can sit and ponder the circumstances. Okay, so back to this again. So we have that piece, and then we're going to go to the C ninth, just play it like that, and then the E7th, and they're doing that same fingering as you did here, except it's here. And that pinky finger is playing the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And you have that opening E again. Okay? Same thing. All right. Now we have that piece there. Okay? So basically what that piece is, I've showed this one to you before, but you just take your pointer finger, 4th fret, 3rd string, and your middle finger is on the first string, 4th fret. And you're just playing strings 3 and 1. And your first finger has 3, ring finger has 1. 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, E. Okay? Got that? 3, 1, 3, 1. And you got that same picking. Okay? So let's try it from there. So when we get to this part here, you're only going to do this one time. And then you'll go to the E again. And then you end it. And what I did there was the same thing as here at the 4th fret, same fingering, except you go to the 9th fret. 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1 on the strings. Okay? So, let's try it from the beginning and see if I get it right, okay? Now there's many ways you can change that up, as you can see, because when I was going through it, I kind of changed it up here and there. But the framework is there. Work on that framework. And if you can get that down, that'll really be your best friend in terms of doing this and doing other things. It's training your fingers. It's giving it strength. And of course, you're learning new formations as well as you're going along. So I hope that helps you out a lot and you have some fun with it. Don't wear yourself out. Try it, work on it, walk away from it, come back to it, have a little tea, go back to it again, and have some fun. All right, well, I'm going to leave that right there, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this world.